Hello everyone and welcome back to the SteemTrail Gaming News. Today is the 18th May of 18 and my name is Kralizec. I will be your host for the evening, and today we got 3 stories for you guys. First, we're going to talk about the fact that the Overwatch Pink Mercy skin has raised over $10 million for charity. Secondly, we're going to take another swatting incident, again concerning Overwatch. And last of all, we're going to take a look at Fortnite, as we now know somewhat when it's coming for Android. But let's begin with the Overwatch Mercy skin, which was released pretty recently in support of the Breast Cancer Research Fund, and it was supposed to raise at the very least $250,000, and that itself is a very respectable sum of money. But as you can see from the title of the video, it has raised far more. It has raised over $10 million. The campaign went live on the May 8th. That's just 10 days ago. The skin was available, or is available, for $15 on the PS, PlayStation 4, and Xbox One, and 100% of the proceeds go towards charity. This means, let me do a quick calculation. So if we do 10 million slash $15, that means at least 666,666 skins were sold. I'm going to guess the number is going to be closer to 700,000, but this is just amazing. This just shows how good people gamers really are. Often we get here many people saying, oh, gamers are bad people. This especially comes in after any shooting, where people like to blame video games for the violence, especially from the political right, while the left tends to blame gun laws. The truth is just these people are idiots. And the fact that gamers are more than willing to give to charity just shows how good people we are. 666,666 gamers, so let's say 650,000 for the sake of making an argument, with the fact that we know that Overwatch is now sitting at 40 million players, means that roughly every 60th player has actually bought this skin. That's just an amazing number. If 1 out of every 60 people is willing to give to charity, 1 out of 60 gamers shows support for, no, not in their community in this case, but shows how generous they are and that they are willing to support a good cause. I don't think this side of gamers get portrayed in traditional media enough, and we need to do something about that. We need to show the world that we do actually care about important things like cancer. Well, let's face it, cancer is probably one of the nastiest diseases you can get. Or is this a disease or an illness? I'm never sure about the difference between the two, but either way. And breast cancer obviously is also one of the worst, because it afflicts an integral part of what you often consider yourself as. When it gets removed, also one of your breasts needs to get removed very often, and for women that has to be very traumatic. I can't say how, because, well, obviously I'm not a woman, and to be blunt with you, I would could stand to lose some things of my man boobs. But yeah, losing such an integral part of your being is just horrible. And I'm very glad that we still have that humanity in us, even though often we just get portrayed as these nerd basement dwellers that hate women and are racist. No, we are not. We care. The vast majority of gamers care. And I'm going to bet that the number would be even higher if the number of people who are playing Overwatch wasn't largely populated by teens and young adults, because, well, often we just don't have the money to buy these skins. I don't play Overwatch much these days. I don't think I had it open in like a few months, so I didn't buy the skin, I will be blunt with you, but if I was an Overwatch avid player, I would definitely buy this thing. I just don't give a shit about Overwatch at this point, and yeah. And as Stephanie Kaufman, the Chief Strategic Alliances Officer at the Breast Cancer Research Fund, says, this partnership will be a literal game changer for those impacted by breast cancer. Blizzard Entertainment has made an incredible commitment to activate change for women's health by mobilizing the gaming community worldwide to raise critical funds for life-saving cancer research. And I don't think anybody can put it in a better way. Okay, let's move on from good news to bad news. As it's another day, another person got swatted. This time, it was one of the most popular Overwatch streamers, Felix XQC Langell, who you might remember for his controversial stay with the Dallas field team from the Overwatch League, got swatted yesterday. Yeah. It actually happened during a live stream. If you want to, you can go to his Twitch channel, watch it directly happen. He's just playing there. Suddenly you hear somebody yelling. He's just like, what's going on? He's just like, oh, okay, I don't have any guns. Please don't shoot me. I'm just playing a game. You know, obviously. He's forced to leave the room. They probably surge him a bit. He gets killed because of it inside of the game, not in real life. That's an important thing to note. But yeah, swatting is just horrible. Interestingly enough, Brandon Hooks, which is one of the friends of Felix, actually tweeted, just checked on Felix, he is safe, just shook up. Ended up being a noise complaint from neighbors, not a SWAT attempt after I checked in with management, thank God. That seems really weird, because there is another video circulating where Felix himself states this was 100% a SWAT attempt. And why would the police come into an apartment, guns raised, because, well, why else would he put his hands up if it was just a noise complaint? I think this is just their attempt of downplaying this so a big thing doesn't happen from this. But honestly, swatting needs to get its share in the spotlight, especially by the mainstream media, and people who do it need to get harshly punished, because that's the only way we will ever get rid of it from our community. Otherwise, people are going to be doing this shit. If they don't get harsh punishments, like going to prison for, at the very least, several months, if not years, and a hefty fine, everybody's going, no, not everybody, but deranged people will keep doing this. And, well, yeah, obviously, really deranged people will keep doing this, even if there are harsh punishments attached to it, because they will think, well, I can get away with it if I do it properly. But no, we need to make sure these people go to prison for a long time. It is important for the good of the community, so this behavior stops sooner than later. And our last piece of news is about Fortnite. You guessed it, it's the game we report almost every day on, because it is the most popular game in the world currently, and it's just going to become more popular as it's coming to Android this summer. So many of you, especially those who do use Apple products, are probably already playing this game on your cell phones or at your tablets. But those of us who use Android phones, like myself, still haven't had the chance to actually try it out on our cellular devices. But Epic announced in a blog post that actually included other details at which we will take a look in a little time, that Fortnite will be coming for Android out this summer. We don't really have a specific release date at this moment, but the summer is a somewhat broad term. It's 3 months essentially. but I'm going to guess that they will try to launch at the beginning of the summer, as they will try to capitalize on the fact that children are home for summer holidays and that they will be playing more time and maybe traveling and thus playing Fortnite on their mobile phones. The other stuff that was raised in the blog post are some features that will be coming to the mobile version of Fortnite. The first thing, and the thing I think is just awesome, is a customizable HUD. If you don't know what a HUD is, well, why are you watching this? Everybody who plays games knows what a HUD is. It's a heads-up display. It's essentially your UI when you're playing a game. It's the interface that allows you to show where stuff is, etc., etc. This feature actually debuted on iOS already this week, but yeah, this is a good feature, and I do believe that most games that use virtual joysticks should have this feature enabled by default. Another feature that is actually coming to the mobile version of Fortnite is voice communication. Key features that is important for Fortnite if you're playing in a squad. But also it can lead to toxic behavior, so it will also come with a mute button, which I find to be a good choice on the part of Epic. And with that being said, that's going to be it for today, guys. I hope you enjoyed today's video. If you did, please consider giving us a like here on YouTube and subscribing to the channel. If you're watching on Steemit, maybe you want to give us an upvote and follow the blog. Either way, be sure to leave a comment and be sure to tune in tomorrow for more gaming news, as we are your source of daily gaming news every single day. See you guys later with more gaming content.